Hi, Aquarius. This is going to be your love reading from the 1st through the 7th of September. Good for the sun, rising moon, or Venus sign of Aquarius. It is a general reading, so it will not resonate with all of you. If you would like a private reading because general messages are just confusing or I'm not picking up on your story, the link to my website to schedule is in the description below. I absolutely love reading for you guys. I do have the whole spread laid out. I was dropping it on camera, filming it, but then my daughter came bursting in. She didn't realize I was working and it messed everything up. I tried to pause it and pick up where I left off, but it got messed up. So I dropped like the last four cards and I'm just going to go through it with you guys. So, Aquarius, you're showing me limit, final straw, overload, breaking point, illusions, clouded judgment, unbalanced, skewed. But then I think like this shift turns, like you had like a shift. Heart song, inner knowing, telepathy, intuition, loyalty, dedication, trust, reliability. So I think in regards to relationships, you hit a breaking point because like you were making decisions that were unbalanced, there was too much illusion, your judgment might have been clouded or whatever. Honestly, I think you're moving away from something towards something else because now you have like this inner knowing. You go from illusions and clouded judgment to like you finally hear your intuition, and all air signs have pretty heightened intuitions. Like I have an inner knowing. What's really important to me is loyalty, dedication, trust and reliability. Your person is showing me masculine energy. So they're a very masculine person. They might smoke, but not necessarily, but they got kind of like this James Dean vibe going. Pride, ego, arrogance, stubborn love, but they do have a lot of pride. You could be dealing with a Leo or a Sagittarius, maybe. Fantasy, dreams, fairy tale, imagination. They are somewhat of a knight of wands. So they have a huge imagination. They kind of run wild and free. Intimacy, closeness, sexuality, seclusion. I think they kind of want to get you alone. But because they have this strong masculine energy and they have a lot of pride and ego and they can be stubborn, they might not open up to you and tell you this. Like they want to get you alone for intimacy. They dream about you. They're kind of like a Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands kind of person. They have a very active imagination, very passionate person. What's between the two of you, though, is roaming wild. So you've both got a bit of that free spirited, risks, possibilities. I think that you're both very free spirited. I think it would be kind of like you're going to take a risk. You might feel like you hit a limit in at some point with somebody, but now you might be moving towards a person like you, or you were confused at first. Something might have gone down between you and this person, but then like you connected in a way and you realized there was some trust. You want to see if there's trust and reliability between the two of you. So there's a possibility here you might be willing to take a risk, but there's distance between you. Barriers, separation, and space. You guys might have roamed away from each other, because you needed some space or there were barriers of some kind in between the two of you. The reason for the reading is the Page of Cups. So, opening up some emotional possibilities and curiosities. It's a little vulnerable. Sometimes the Page of Cups is an apology, but not always. Like is there's like an emotional curiosity between the two of you. The challenge is the 7 of Cups and the High Priestess. A Pisces could be the challenge. So, the challenge could be you don't really know where you stand with one another, or somebody has choices or has choices to make that seem kind of overwhelming. The High Priestess being a challenge tells me this might be very secretive or quiet. Somebody might ghost the other person. You can't really tell what a High Priestess is thinking. She has to go off by herself and be alone. Sometimes the High Priestess can play games a little bit. I know not every reader interprets her that way, but I've seen her come out like that in real life enough times when I'm connecting an actual human being to the card that comes out. So this is that inner knowing. Like the High Priestess has an intuitive gut feeling, but the Magician is where we see it happen in the 3D. So it's like, can I trust my intuition? Somebody might need to keep their plans a secret and think about it, or just a Pisces or a Libra could be the challenge. The way you see yourself, the Tower to the King of Pentacles. I don't think this King of Pentacles is you. It could be like you care, you want to be really grounded, you want security, you want abundance, you want wealth, you might really want to take the lead. Aquarius, you could be really focused on business, career, and yourself, or something happened with a King of Pentacles, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, a husband, a father, a boss, a dad, even something really blew apart that threatened stability and security for you. Not necessarily threatened it, but like you're willing to tear everything down and rebuild. You see yourself as the tower. You're the tower, Aquarius. You see yourself like this. I will blow it all apart. I have a feeling this King of Pentacles might be somebody else and not you, or everything like the shit went down. The way you feel about the person in focus for you. Three of Pentacles, King of Cups, Page of Pentacles. So I've got two kings on the table here. So I think you look how he's regarding this. Like this person might be the apple of your eye to some degree, or like you're looking at, sometimes that's where we like reminisce and we look at pictures and we look at this person on social media. Maybe I just heard TikTok or Instagram or something like that. Or you want to open up to this person. You want to cooperate. This might be a different person that you want to move towards. Like you might have torn everything down and rebuilt, and now you're moving towards something that you can build upon with more emotional stability. But this is very practical and in the 3D. This could also have to do with work and career. This person sees themselves as the Two of Swords and the Magician. So Libra here, Virgo here, Aries. For them, they're kind of like, this is a difficult choice for them. They might have blocked you out. It might have all been part of their plan. I'm not getting like a manipulative vibe off of the Magician here. Like this person sees themselves as a magician. They see themselves as a very resourceful, powerful person that is the single catalyst for change in their life. They do feel as though they're trying to discover their power in this situation. Sometimes the Magician and the High Priestess like to work alone. You both might want to manifest each other with the High Priestess and the Magician, but you have a different style. Yeah, this person's kind of thinking about it here. Like how productive can I be in this situation? The way they feel about you though, Three of Wands, Six of Cups, Strength, Leo here again. Here's the pride, here's the ego. They watch you from afar. They're making future plans. You might be at a distance from this person, but you're that's not always true with the Three of Wands. It's like they're looking into this. Here's the intuitive thing. Like you might be off somewhere thinking about something, and this person, this is what they're doing when they think about you. But they watch from afar. I think they're going to see if you come to them. They do miss you. They recall you fondly. They're homesick for an innocent, sweet, easier time. This might be a picture that you look at of them or they look at of you. You guys might have gone swimming together. You might have known each other when you were kids. They miss you. They wait for you to come to them. They hold back. There's a lot of desire and pride and ego. They feel like they need to be strong to face you in this situation. It takes strength with you. The action that you want to take towards them, Ace of Pentacles to Justice. You want to balance. You're going to balance out your life in this situation. I think there's a cord that you're cutting. Some of you are dealing with a Libra. Some of you have to go to court. But you seem to be needing to cut a tie that binds. You're making a choice to start a new cycle in your life that will bring abundance. Some of you want to go to court over money, or you're only willing to give so much. But I think you want to bring balance to this situation. You know that involves the truth and fairness. And I think you're willing to cut a cord even so that you can start a new cycle in your life that will manifest. I think you want to balance something out. I think you've made some major shift. You've torn everything down and rebuilt. It might have had to do with this King of Pentacles. The action this person wants to take towards you is the Two of Pentacles to the Ten of Swords. They've had a painful ending with you, or they've gone through some kind of crisis in some other part of their life. This hurt, or they're afraid they're going to get hurt. They're afraid the giant beast is going to come and stab them 10 times and take them away and eat them. This deck is so neat. I can't remember the name of it, but when you line up all the minor arcana, it makes like here, let me show you real quick because it's super neat. This is what it does. It tells a story. So I love that about this deck. This person's not sure what to do. They're afraid of getting hurt. And if they have been hurt, they have not recovered from it yet. And I was like, okay, well, what does Aquarius really want? Death, the Seven of Swords, the Knight of Wands. I think something has ended for you here with Death and the Tower. And with the Tower, that's a fast change. That's a rip the Band-Aid off quick, tear it all down and rebuild. But Death is Scorpio and it's slower. So like I think something ended. I think this is where all the illusion and like there was some secrecy. You might have felt like you've wanted something to end for a long time and you weren't honest about it. You might be sneaking away from a Scorpio, or you have to be strategic and take your stuff and go and get away from a situation that's just been slowly decaying because you reached a breaking point. Because the Seven of Swords to the Knight of Wands, that's the final straw right there. Like, I'm done. That Knight of Wands will burst out of the castle, burst right through the Knight of Swords will burst through the gate. Like, you really want passion. You do want to roam free. You want excitement. You want an adventure. You're feeling rebellious. This is what you really want with this person. And I was like, okay, well, what do they really want? I have the Queen of Wands, the Devil, and the Hangman. The Queen of Wands threw herself into the reverse. So this person is feeling somewhat insecure. I think they have a lot of desire for you, but I think initially they might feel like this is bad for them, or it triggers something in them that's very passionate, that might even bring some deceit. But then they start to see it differently. Hangman, another card of Pisces here, like they're going to surrender and take a new perspective. They're like, either this makes, or they're getting away from a fire sign, maybe a Capricorn, fire sign or a Capricorn or a Pisces could be here, but obviously, but I think this person's not feeling super secure with you, but then I think they want to see something differently. They want to see it differently. I think they're waiting for evidence of that, or they're trying to figure out if they can make that happen with you. I think because the Queen of Wands and Knight of Wands and the Magician and the High Priestess and the Devil are here, there's a lot of passion and tension here between the two of you. I was like, okay, well, what's the final outcome this week? Page of Swords. So you guys might talk to each other. I clarified it. 4 of Swords, 6 of Swords. You both want to communicate with each other. You both might be spying on each other, or someone's spying on the other person. Someone's itching for a new way to communicate. But the Page of Swords is like, any minute now, Aquarius is going to talk to me. Or you're like, Eddie. There's like a lot of anticipation here with this Page of Swords. And he's like looking down that cliff like, whoo, that's a long way down. Do I really want to explore this? But the Page of Cups is the reason for the reading. There's just confusion and needing to hear your intuition, or they need to hear theirs. And it's creating like an apprehension. And the Page of Cups is somewhat vulnerable. These could be kids as well. Children could be involved. Even some money involved here for you, Aquarius, because this King of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles and the Page and the Ace. You know, you're seeing your life in a very tangible way with the Pentacles here, or you have Earth in your chart, or you're dealing with an Earth sign, or long-term commitment, stability, major shifts changing. I think you are willing to leave something that's very stable even because you just want to break free. Some of you want to relocate with the 6 of Swords here and the Knight of Wands. And it could be for work or something, but I think you feel a strong, loving connection to someone. Like they really love me. They're just not, they might not be showing it. Or they might not show it in a really appropriate way necessarily. They might not be good at that with that ego and stubbornness. So I think you guys are going to hold back. Someone might hold on to the past and not be super open with this Page of Swords and 4 of Pentacles. Because look at him. He's like, no. He looks constipated, the poor guy. Someone's going to restrict their heart chakra until they get more information. But I think you both want to put the past behind you and move to calm waters. But that's something you'll do with or without a person. And I just heard something else. For some of you, this is a situation you're leaving, and this is where you're going. And this is you too. For some of you, that's the case. This is the old situation, and you're like, no, I'm blocking you out. I'm the magician. I have foresight. I want the kids, or I'll miss you, but I have to be strong and move forward. This is making me question my sense of self. I'm not sure how to move forward. I only have 2 pennies to rub together, but I just heard that just now. But for most of you, it's going to be you versus them. I have a lot of single people that watch love readings, whether they're in a relationship, talking to someone, or not. So this could all be a progression for you, Aquarius. If that, regardless of the case, you're moving forward, trying to get information, but feeling a little hesitant, holding back. You're just trying to move forward. I think that there is a mutual attraction. We have the Hermit here, we have the Emperor here, but we have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands, Four of Wands. The World. Okay, look, new stability and the Sun. You're going in a good direction, in a very good direction, Aquarius. I think you're withdrawing from something, trying to get control of the situation, or you might be turning your back on this Emperor. He could be very withdrawn and not opening up, and you want to start something new, new with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups, moving towards a homecoming and a stability. The World and the Sun. Some of you are moving far away, relocation even, or you could be at a distance from someone, or this is ending and you're moving towards something happier. You're definitely doing the right thing by getting all the facts and opening up emotionally and listening to your intuition. You might just be exploring choices and being very quiet about your plans moving forward. But you're going to manifest, or someone's going to manifest you. It's kind of exciting. Okay, Aquarius, so that's your message for the 1st through the 7th of September. I hope it resonates with you. I hope it helps you. I adore you. I love you guys so much. I have such a huge crush on Aquarius. You're one of my favorite signs. Book a private reading with me if you would like me to read for you personally. I'm always listening to the universe for you. Take care of yourselves, Aquarius. I'll see you next time.